Jai Hind all of you. Today's topic is proof using set identities in discrete mathematics, subject code BMC 104. Myself, Assistant Professor Deepti Arora from NC Department, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. So let's start. So first topic is today is set identities. What are set identities? These are the name of the set identities that we have applied on. We are having a single element of set, or we are having a some set, and we are applying intersection operation with the universal set. Here U represents universal set, and what we will get? We will always get the same set. For example, the universal set is a set of English alphabets A, B, C, D up to Z, and A is a set of English vowels A, E, I, O, U. When we apply intersection with the universal set, what we will get? The same set A, E, I, O, U. And whenever we apply a empty set with the union with the same set, if we apply union of empty set with the same A, E, I, O, U, what we will get? A. When we get the same set, whenever we apply intersection with the union and universal set and union with the empty set, we always get the identity set. So this is a identity law. Second one is domination law. That means if we are having a set and we are applying union with the universal set, we always get the universal set. That is, the major set, that is the universal set, has dominated over the single set. And if we are applying intersection on the same set with the empty set, we get the empty set. So because here we assume that there is an empty set here, empty element. So whenever we are having an empty set and we are applying intersection with the empty set, what we will get? Empty set. So it dominates over the set. Whenever we are applying union, we get union. Whenever we are applying the intersection with the empty set, we get the empty set. Next one is idempotent laws. Idempotent laws is if we are applying union with the same set, we get the same set. If we are applying intersection with the same set, we will get the same set. Next one is complementation law. That is applying complement on the same set. If we are applying complement over that complement, what we will get? Same set. Complement, then complement again, 2 times complement. That is, we can represent complement as this also. If we are having a complement and then we are applying complement, then complement of complement gives the same set. Next, commutative law. What does commutative law says? If we are applying A union B, and we are applying B union A, it is the same thing, such as 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1. It is the same thing. Similarly, if we are applying intersection on A intersection B, or we can write B intersection A, it is the same thing. Next one is associative law. It is same as if we are saying, if I am saying 1 plus 2 plus 3, I can either write like this or I can either write like this. It is the same thing. We get the same answer. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. Same answer we will get. So it is like this. A union B union C, and we are having braces on B union C. Here A union B, and then we are getting the same answer. Same is on intersection. Next one is distributive law. What is distributive law? If we are having union here and we are having intersection in the between the braces or between the parentheses, what we will get? It is multiplied to inside variables. That is A union B, then intersection is between them, and then A union C. It is same like the BODMAS rule we apply. Similarly, same we are having, if we are having 2 multiply 3 plus 5, what we will get? 2 multiply 3, this operation is here, this operation is in between, then 2 multiply by 5. The same is here. A union B intersection C. First is A union B, then intersection is between, then A union C. Now, the signs are changed. Now, intersection is at the first and union is in the between. what we will get? A intersection B union A intersection C. De Morgan's law. What is De Morgan law? If we are having A intersection B and we are complementing it, what we will get? A's complement union B's complement. The sign got interchanged and the a complement will be on different sets, not on common. If we are having A union B and then we are applying complement, then what we will get? A's complement intersection B's complement. Again the sign got changed. Absorption law. What does the absorption law says? If we are having A intersection B and we are doing union with A, what we will get? Same set. And we are having A union B and we are applying the intersection with it, we will get the same set again. Next one is complement law. If we are having a set A and we are doing union with its complement, what we will get? Universal set. And if we are having A, we are applying intersection with its complement, what we will get? We will get empty set Y. So these are some laws to be kept in mind so that we can do the proofs of these laws or some other questions by applying these laws. Let's have a look on some questions. First question is prove first De Morgan's law. We have to prove. What is the proof? What is the first De Morgan's law? A union B's complement is A's complement intersection B's complement. It can be written as A union B whole complement is equal to A complement intersection B complement. Now we have to prove it from both the sides, from LHS to RHS and from RHS to LHS also. From both sides we have to prove. So how we can do? First we have to take the LHS, that is A union B's whole complement. So how we can do it? Let's see. We are having X is equal to A union B's complement and Y is equal to right hand side A complement intersection B's complement. Let P be any element of X and P belongs to X. Then P belongs to X, it means what is X having the value? A union B's complement. So we can say P belongs to A union B's complement. If P belongs to X, that means P belongs to A union B's complement. Now, if it is belonging to A union B's complement, that means P does not belong to A union B. If P does not belong to A union B, we can write it as P does not belong to A union. We can write union as OR and intersection as AND. Remember this, we can write union as OR and intersection as AND. So what we have written? P, we have opened this bracket. What we can get? P does not belong to A or P does not belong to B. Now, P does not belong to A's complement. We have changed now. Belongs to A's complement and again the sign got changed. P belongs to B's complement. We are having and, it changed to intersection. P belongs to A complement intersection B's complement, which is equals to Y. So X is a subset of Y. Now, again, let Q be any element that belongs to Y. So Q belongs to Y, and we are having Q as Y is equal to A complement intersection B's complement. So Q belongs to A intersection, sorry, A's complement intersection B's complement. How we can write as Q belongs to A complement and Q belongs to B complement. Now again, we have changed. We can write it as A Q does not belong to A and is converted into OR and Q does not belong to B. Now, we have taken it as a common. Q does not belong to A union B. Again, if it does not belong, to whom it can belong? Q belongs to A union B's complement, which is equals to X. So, Y is a subset of, this is the second equation. If X is a subset of Y and Y is a subset of X, then we can write it as X is equal to Y, which means A union B's complement is equal to A's complement intersection B's complement. Now again, we can see another one. Prove second De Morgan's law, which is equals to A intersection B's complement is equal to A's complement union B's complement. How we can do it? Again, the same method we are applying here also. Let x is equal to A intersection B's complement and y is equal to A's complement union B's complement. Let P be any element of x, then P belongs to x and P belongs to, again, x is having the value A intersection B's complement. Now, if B is complement, that means P does not belong to A intersection B. If it does not belong to A intersection B, now we are opening it. P does not belong to A and intersection is converted into and P does not belong to B. Again, that means P belongs to A's complement. Now and is converted into or. P belongs to B's complement. Now P belongs to, we are taking the common, A's complement union B's complement, which is equals to y. So x is a subset of y. Now again, let Q be any element that belongs to y. Then Q belongs to y and y is equals to A complement union B's complement. So Q belongs to A's complement union B's complement. Now Q belongs to A's complement, or we can write say Q belongs to B's complement. We have opened it. Now this means Q does not belong to A and or is converted into and Q does not belong to B. That means we have taken common, Q does not belong to and is converted into intersection. Q does not belong to A intersection B. That means Q belongs to A intersection B's complement, which is equals to x. So y is a subset of x. Again, if x is a subset of y and y is a subset of x, that means x is equal to y. This means A intersection B's complement is equal to A's complement union B's complement. Let's see another. Now it is not any law that we are going to prove. This is a common question that x minus y union z is equal to x minus y intersection x minus z. We have to prove this. Let's see how we can prove it. So we are having, if x minus y union z is a subset of x minus y intersection x minus z, what we have to prove, and x minus y intersection x minus z is a subset of x minus y union z. That is vice versa. We are having a condition, if we have to prove two sets are equal, that means A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A. That means A and B are equal. So we have to prove these are equal. So first what we have to, we have supposed that if this is a subset of this and this is a subset of this, then this is equals to this. We have to prove. So let's take the first one. What we have taken, x minus y union z. Let x minus y union z. X belongs to x minus y union z. So we have written as, for minus we have put and here. What we have written, x belongs to x and x does not belongs to y union z because minus is here. So x does not belong to y union z. Next, if x belongs to x and x does not belong to y, union is converted into and. Why it is converted into it? Because here is does not belong to. So x does not belong to y and x does not belong to z. Again, x belongs to x and x belongs to y and we have multiplied it, and x belongs to x and x belongs to z. What we get? X belongs to x minus and is converted to minus and y, and x belongs to x minus z, same. What we get? X minus y intersection x minus z. This is what we want. Here it is equals to x minus y intersection x minus z. Now again, we will take the RHS now. That is, let y belongs to x minus y intersection x minus z. Now we will evaluate it, and now we will open it. Y belongs to x and minus is converted into and. Y belongs to x and y does not belong to y because minus is there. We don't have to include. If it is plus, then we can say y belongs to y. And y belongs to x and y does not belong to z. Now again, y belongs to x and y belongs to y. We have taken common. Here x is common. Na? See, y belongs to x, y belongs to x. So we have taken common. Y belongs to x, and is here, and is here, and y belongs to y, it comes here, and y does not belong to z, it is does not belong to. So y belongs to x and y does not belong to y union z. So what we get? X minus y union z, which is equal to your LHS. Again it gets proved. Let's see another one. So again, let us suppose let x belongs to a minus b. We have taken LHS. Let x belongs to a minus b union b minus a. So what we can get? X belongs to a minus b, union is converted into or, x belongs to a minus b, or x belongs to b minus. Minus is converted into and this minus is converted here as not, does not belong to. X belongs to a and x does not belong to b. Or again same here, x belongs to b and x does not belongs to a. X belongs to a and x does not belong to b, or x belongs to b. We have just multiplied this whole to first this one and then to this one. So this one is whole came here, x belongs to a and x does not belong to b, or x belongs to b, and again x belongs to a and x does not belong to b, or x does not belong to a. Now take the common, or is here and is here, again make the multiplication. X belongs to a or x belongs to a, first x belongs to b, multiply to x belongs to a, then x does not belong to b. See, x belongs to b or x belongs to a, and x belongs to b or x does not belong to b. Similarly here, x belongs to a, x does not belong to a, first multiplied here and then it is multiplied here. So x does not belong to a, or x does not belong to a, or x does not belong to b. Now x belongs to a or x belongs to b, we have just used the commutative law here, changed, and x belongs to b or x does not belong to a. Similarly we have written here as it is. What we get? X belongs to a union b, and from here what we get? X does not belong to a and minus a intersection b. What we get? A minus b, then union b minus a, then a union b minus a intersection b. So this is how we have solved this question. This is the method how we can use. We can also write which laws we are using. Suppose we are using commutative law here, we can write here by using commutative law. So by using this, or we can write, we have put a distributive law here. Here we have used distributive law. Here we have used another law, that is the opening of the identities laws. So belongings law. What we have used here, we can put here. Similarly, in similar way, we can use some other methods also, or we can prove some other identities also. So this is a method you can apply in your exams also. Thank you.